Yes, so you're not a newcomer when it comes to helping the agri sector. And actually, we welcomed your appointment at the time when you were newly appointed once again as a member of the Department of Agriculture. However, Your Honor, you're new to the industry. I believe you're more of a livestock, poultry,
Rice.
and rice.
Rice.
That's correct. So you're new to the sugar industry. So there must have been external factors to convince you to import this or to sign sugar importation order. Was it the administrator, his co-administrator, his members of the board, who somebody had to convince you? You cannot just sign the order without them showing you the data, particularly on the lack of sugar supply. Am I correct in saying that it was the administrator and the board, or who in the board convinced you about this sugar order number 4?
Your Honor, you mentioned that I work in the agriculture sector, in the R&D specifically, and I'm very, for me, Your Honor, data is very important for me in making decision. So I studied the data that was presented to me by SRA. We also did our own data analysis in the Department of Agriculture, and it convinced me, Your Honor, because I always make my decision also based on those things, that there is really a big problem when it comes to the supply of sugar, that we have to act or do something, Your Honor.
Okay,
So,
Yusek, you're saying that you're utilizing the data. I have with me here this document coming from the SRA insiders themselves. The data is very clear. I do not know if they hid this from you. I do not know if you're familiar. The data is very clear. Under the former sugar order number 3, which they imported, allowed the importation of 200,000 metric tons, there is still a balance of almost 126,000 metric tons that have not been released. This is as of August 12, that have not been released yet.
August 12.
So what shortage are we talking about? Di nga nare-release itong asukal na ito. And if I may be allowed, may we ask the nandiyan na, ready na ba yung aking tao? Papakita ko lang sa inyo yung bodega na parang
Yung pinost
parang mga
niya,
dagat ng asukal. It's just
yung pinost
sea
niya
of
sa Facebook
sugar
kahapon.
that have been apprehended in the last few days in bodegas all over the country. Please go ahead there, Jess. Pakita mo. Yan. Asukal yan. Dahan-dahan lang. Yan, galing sa container. Ayan pa.
Pinost ni
Yan,
Senator
parang
Subira yan
dagat
kahapon.
ng asukal. Sea of sugar. These are container vans. They have sugar hidden in them. Ayan, Sec. That's not made up. I'm not making this up. That was from
Grabe,
the
oh.
BOC.
Ang dami.
ISAP. The last few days. Different bodegas from Quezon City, Laguna, Bulacan, Pampanga. Sige, may
Punong-puno,
video pa. Saan ba yung video? Gusto mo pakita pa namin yung video?
Plus,
Is this a shortage? Is this the shortage that you're saying? Your honors in the DA.
Plus may 126
Ayan.
metric tons pang
Ano
hindi na
yan?
i-release.
Are we pretending that that's not in existence? Is that being hoarded for price manipulation? Oh, let's show the video, if I may be allowed by my dear colleagues. 1 minute lang yun. Jess, can we show the video I sent you, if it is ready? Pinasukan nila. Meron pang Mr. Chairman, meron pang mga makina na ililipat nila from imported sugar to locally manufactured sugar.
Nako,
Para to escape the taxes. Importation taxes, pati yung VAT payment ng VAT, kasi syempre yung local sugar, may preferential treatment yun. VAT exempt. Diyos ko po, Your Honors. So you're talking about data, Your Honor. This is the data I have from the SRA. Meron pang asukal na naiwan sa bodega. Meron pang parating na almost 30,000 metric tons. Tapos meron tayong
126 plus
laman sa
30.
bodega, Yusek. How can you explain that? So what shortage are we talking about?
And what
That's why I'm
basis?
saying, Yusek, no, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. Kasi nga, you're new to the industry. I am asking you now, sino talaga ang nag-push sa'yo, nagsabi sa'yo, Yusek, we need to do this? Was it the butlers Was it the stakeholders? Was it one of those individuals in the SRA? Was it a particular importer? Or was it just your own decision? Because I can't believe it was just your own decision, Your Honor, because again, you're a stickler for data. I have the data right here, which contradicts what you said.
Hindi
I
lusot yung
have the
data niya.
pictures of the tonne-tonneladang 100,000+ metric tons of sugar in the bodegas. So, what is it, Yusek?
Your Honor, you mentioned we have 123,000 metric tons. Our monthly consumption for raw sugar, Your Honor, is 170,000 metric tons per month.
Okay.
And approximately 85,000 metric tons per month for refined sugar, Your Honor. So 123 can last for how many days, Your Honor? And based from the data that we have, SRA and DA, Your Honor, we will need about 212,000. We will have a deficit of 212,000 metric tons for raw sugar, Your Honor, even if the milling has started in September and October. It is only in November that we will be able to produce enough raw sugar to meet our demand. For refined sugar, Your Honor, we have a deficit, including, for example, including the SO number 3, Your Honor, because of the demand that we have a deficit of about 319,000 metric tons, Your Honor, up to December, because we don't produce enough refined sugar. So, Your Honor, if you see those data, it is very compelling, Your Honor, that, and if you look at the prices, Your Honor, prices do not just go up because of hoarding. There is hoarding when there is a tight supply, Your Honor. And there is smuggling also, Your Honor, if there is a
Your
tight
Honor,
supply, Your Honor.
Mr. Chairman, precisely the hoarding is the price manipulation. You're saying there's a tight supply, but we have supply. Yan ang mahirap sa DA po. I'm with due respect to my dear friends in the DA. With due respect, I'm an agriculturist by education and by profession. Kaya mahal ko kayo. Pero parang business as usual, hindi na wawala yung hoarding. Frustration po namin ni Senator Villar, wala po nakakasuhan pa sa illegal smuggling at hoarding. Hanggang na yun, wala naman tayo nakikita. Pero yan, nakita na po natin. They're shouting supply. Release that sugar. Hindi naman yan gumagalaw eh. Now, my point,
Ilabas.
Your Honor, according to the industry, because I'm also part of the industry, Bukidnon is the second largest, by the way, Your Honor, Bukidnon is the second largest producer of sugar next to Negros Occidental. So maraming apektadong magsasaka pag bumagsak ang presyo ng asukal dahil sa sobrang importation. Kaya, ang sabi ng mga stakeholders, and we visited the President the other day, complete po yan, Unifed, Panay-Fed, Luzon Fed, they were all there, the federations, that if there will be a need to import, you're only looking at less than 150,000, 100 to 150,000. Why? Nag-umpisa na po ang Negros Occidental ng milling. So mangyayari, pagpasok nito ng October ng 300,000 metric tons as your plan under SO4, nagkamiling na, nagkaletse-letse na dahil meron na tayong local production, meron tayong napakaraming imported rice at sugar from Thailand. Bagsak na bagsak ang presyo. Ang kawawa dyan,
Yung local.
magsasaka.
Oo.
I believe you were misinformed on the amount because I was told that the stakeholders were not informed. I do not, that is the problem, Your Honor, Mr. Chairman, when you say, oh, we had notified the stakeholders. Sino-sino yun? Dalawang tao? Tatlong tao? May Sugar Alliance eh. Hindi po kayo nagtawag ng Sugar Alliance meeting. And correct me if I'm wrong, the deputy administrators were not consulted about SO4, SO number 4 until it was signed, until it was prepared and pushed. Are the deputy administrators here? There. Can you please come to the with the permission, of course, of our chairman, and please confirm that you were not informed about SO number 4, deputy
With the
administrators.
indulgence of Senate President, may we inquire from the committee secretary if the gentleman approaching the middle area has been sworn and not yet? Attorney, can you administer the oath?
Oh, sworn mo na.
Deputy Administrator. Please proceed.
Can you please raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding?
Yes, sir. Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Please be seated. Mr. Senate President, you may proceed.
Thank you, and thank you for allowing me to extend my time, Your Honor. This is very important, as I have pertinent details of what had transpired, and I'd like to share it with this committee. While awaiting SRA Administrator Serafica, we will just like to put on record and ask the deputy administrators. I was told by insiders that you were not informed about this plan on SO4, sugar order number 4, until after it was consummated, which is not part of protocol. I believe it is management first who comes out with the recommendation to the SRA administrator and the board, and after which it is duly approved. Is that correct, Your Honor?
I affirm and confirm that I, the Deputy Administrator for Regulation Department, along with the two other Deputy Administrators, one for the Admin and Finance and the other for Research and Development and Extension, as well as the Legal Manager who is in front of me, and the other managers of the Sugar Regulatory Administration have not been consulted on this SOP.
Oh,
Mr. Senate
Your Honor.
patay ka.
Can you identify the personalities you mentioned, the person in front of you who failed to inform you? Pwede mo banggitin yung pangalan? Hindi ka in-inform, Nino.
The Sugar Board did not communicate with us, Your Honor, as far as the crafting and the issuance of Sugar Order number 4, Your Honors.
It's sugar order number 3, na-inform kayo dati.
We were part of the issuance and crafting and processing of the Sugar Order number 3, Your Honors.
Senate President, you have the witness.
So
Yeah, but-
do you feel that it is not proper on sugar order number 4, and what transpired, that it was not proper procedure? Dapat nasabihan dapat kayo para makabigay naman po kayo ng opinion ninyo, kasi kayo ang nasa regulation, kayo ang nasa legal, yung mga deputy administrators.
According to our SRA governance manual for under the GCG rules, Your Honor, the management is defined as the administrator, as composed of the administrator, the sugar board, and all managers, Your Honor. And as by good practice in our quality management system, would require that all endorsements before the sugar board's approval must pass through and be routed to all the managers and the deputy administrators prior to endorsement officially to the sugar board, Your Honors.
So you confirm this is not proper protocol.
This is not in accordance with our rules, therefore it's not proper protocol, Your Honor.
Nagulat po kayo nung nangyari po ito? Ano ang sentimento ng ating mga deputy administrators at the time?
Well, all of us we were not surprised that there was a brewing, a brewing attempt to, efforts to have an SO4, but we did not know about it officially, Your Honors.
Senate President, if
Yes,
I may
sir.
add
Please, sir,
another
Your Honor.
question. Can I have your name again? Medyo malayo kasi.
Attorney Guillermo Tejeda III, Your Honor.
Are you aware of any board resolution? Are you aware of any management action authorizing a certain administrator, Serafica, to act for and in behalf of the board?
We are not aware, and I am not personally aware of that, Your Honor.
Sebastian, meron bang management action na pwedeng kumilos mag-isa si Mr. Serafica on behalf of the board? Mr. Sebastian.
Administrator Serapica acting on behalf of the board? No, Your Honor.
O walang ganon?
To my knowledge, Your Honor, there's no such thing.
Paano mamaya kung mapatunayan kung meron ganon?
I'm not aware of that, Your Honor. I'm new to the board also. You see, I was only designated July 15, 2022, Your Honor. So
Give me some time and I will provide the contrary. Go ahead, Mr. President.
Yes, Mr. President, my dear chairperson, I would just withhold further questions until former SRA Administrator Serafica arrives, because my questions will be, of course, asked and propounded to him. And I think I'd just like to thank the deputy administrators for your candor and truthfulness in the issue. And also to Yusek Sebastian. Yusek, marami kang kaibigan sa agriculture industry. First of all, I salute you for taking responsibility and resigning right away with your irrevocable resignation. Pero sana let's clear this mess up. We come to the bottom of all of this and come up with the truth on who really pushed for this, which organization, which group, which individual, and if there's a violation of law with this SO number 4. Sayang lang po, I would have hoped that we had practiced better judgment at we could have used you in the department. But nevertheless, without fear or favor, this committee has to find out the truth. So yun lang po, Mr. Chairman, I'll just wait the arrival of SRA, former SRA Administrator Serafica.